Identify yourself, young man, because I think I know who you are, but I want to make sure I've got this right.
Yes, I am Cody Fox. I'm the student pastor at Southside.
Oh, Brother Cody.
Yes.
Cody, and I just put Brother Cody on the YouTube thing, but Brother Cody, say hi to Misty.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Misty's she's working with me this week, and she's going to be doing the morning show here. So,
great.
So the next time you come in, you'll get to talk to me.
She'll be where I'm at, you'll be where she's at, and then nobody will be where you're at.
Awesome. Awesome.
Well, you guys have a big event coming up, the Judgment House, and it's getting to be that time of year. Is it going to be at Southside?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about your event? Because it sounds like a neat thing.
Yeah, for sure. So basically, starting this Saturday, the 19th, and it's going to be Saturday and Sunday, and then we're going to take 2 days of a break on Monday and Tuesday. We're going to be back from Wednesday all the way until next Sunday, the last Sunday in October. And we are going to, it's kind of like a play that the people actually move through the scenes rather than the characters and everything moving on stage. The people themselves get to move around and follow the lives of a few characters that we're going to have this year. And just some real life situations that happen every day in our culture, and especially with the youth in our culture in schools, and some of the parties and things that go on, and just some of the consequences that go along with that.
So this is geared, the Judgment House, then is kind of geared toward, of course, everybody's welcome, I'm sure, but geared toward young people.
Right. It's led by young people in our church, by the youth, but it's really has an impact on everybody, because not only are there youth actors, but there's also some parents and different adult people who are also affected by a lot of these activities that go on. And so the people who get to come get to see some of those real life consequences that you don't really think about while you're in the action.
Right.
You don't think about what you're doing now affects what you're doing, what goes on in your life 10 years from now.
Cody, I'm so glad to hear that. God bless you, because I worked with the youth at my church for a while, believe it or not. That's how desperate my church was. and I loved it. I loved the young people, but as with my sons, teenagers, there's some kind of disconnect. They can't. It takes a while to realize that the decision I make today has consequences tomorrow. It's hard for them to connect those two.
Exactly. And what this play does is really show those realities of life according to what the Bible says can happen throughout eternity. And so not only does it show the life change that can happen whenever people realize, hey, what I'm doing is not right. What I'm doing is not helping me, it's not helping society, and it's not really glorifying God in any way.
Right.
And so it shows that, and shows the life change that can happen, but it also shows some of the consequences of just not living your life the way that you should. Living your life going against kind of what we have as a cultural norm, going against what the Bible says is right or true and acceptable. And it also just kind of shows bad decisions in your life can really affect you later on.
Oh, yeah. Misty, have you ever been to like a Judgment House or something?
I have not.
I've seen highlights, but I've never been. People I know that have gone, especially young people, it has a huge impact on them. And now you're saying that the youth at Southside, that they're helping to put this on. So you've got young people involved in the production of this.
Yes. So I would say close to 95% of our actors or actresses are our youth. And then the rest of them are the adults who play police officers or firefighters and all of these different things that really shouldn't be played by a youth. And so our students are really the ones who are the backbone of this entire production.
How do you get the do the kids get a premise for a scene or something, or are there scripts that they memorize, or how do you? I mean, this is a very creative thing that you're doing.
Yes.
So how do you get that material? Is what I'm trying to ask.
So Judgment House is actually a trademarked name. So that's like actually a company.
Okay, because I've heard of others. So, I didn't know if that was similar or just a term, or it's trademarked.
And our church has a partnership with them. And, Southside's been doing this for 20-something years, nearly longer than I've been on this earth. And so, they've had
I have underwear older than 2 decades. I'm ashamed to admit that.
Yes. And
I don't know. Can we talk about underwear in the morning? Probably not. Ignore that. Go ahead.
With the church guy in front of us?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so, we have a partnership with them, and so we get scripts from them.
Okay.
And then we're able to kind of...
Then you put your own spin.
Yeah, we kind of put our own spin on it to not only help out with our local area. Princeton's not the same as Cincinnati, Ohio, right? So we're able to use that to kind of adjust it to really impact the people of our culture where we live.
So it's more relatable. You make it relatable.
Right, exactly.
And this is something you do once a year. I'm sorry, Bill.
No, you're
fast
right.
question.
Go ahead.
This is something you do once a year, or are there more productions?
Yes, so we do Judgment House once a year, always in October, around the Halloween season. It kind of goes along with, it's not really scary, but it does have some of those things that if you're not really prepared to see what you're going to see, it is going to shock you. There are usually some deaths in the scenes, and so it's a little bit scary for people who don't think about those consequences like we talked about earlier. Right. And also, I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that it's a free event. All you have to do is sign up, make sure you have a spot. Walk-ins are welcome, but usually we're pretty booked, so you might have to wait a little while.
Do you have like a guide that'll take one group at a time, or how does that work?
Right. Yes, we have guides who walk through, and they're kind of the narrators of the entire scene, and those are also adults to just kind of lead people through the scenes and maybe give like a little backstory of what the characters are going through, maybe some things in their past life that we don't really show throughout the scenes. And so they play like a narrator role in helping get that message across.
Now, do the young people, are they in costume, or do you have sets, or how does that work?
Yeah, so anyone who's been to Southside before knows kind of what it looks like. And then if you've been to Judgment House before, you think you're in a different building.
Really?
We really kind of disguise what the church looks like, so that way people don't think, oh, I'm in a church room with, Bibles laying everywhere. No, sometimes it really does look like they're at a party or they're at an abandoned building or whatever it might be.
Neat.
And so
That's some talent.
Yeah, we really try. We have some very talented people in our church, construction people who can build sets, and also some very talented ladies who can decorate them and make them look really, really nice. And so it's definitely a blessing to be able to work with such a great group of people. And it's great to see the community come and gather around us as we try and portray this message of truth to the people who come.
I love what you said. It's not designed to be scary, but it is kind of real life, and sometimes real life is scary.
Yeah, right.
When you realize and connect the dots. What now? Were you in on this last year?
I was in on this last year. I've been here for just over a year and a half.
What were some of the comments from maybe young people that had, or folks in general, have not been to Southside or to Judgment House that went through it last year? What were some of the common comments you heard after they saw Judgment House?
A lot of people are shocked at the way people's lives can be changed. Not a lot of people have dramatic lives where they've been through some kind of crazy trauma, right? So they think, oh, I'm just a normal person, it's okay.
Yeah.
But even normal people can need help. Even normal people can have a catastrophe happen in their life. And so throughout this, a lot of people are just shocked at how relatable that it is. They're shocked at how much of an impact that they could have on someone else, whether it's a good impact or a bad impact. And that's kind of what it's all about. The motto for Judgment House is real people, real choices, real consequences. And so that's really what people get out of this, is seeing this isn't some crazy person who's done a billion different things, been in jail or whatever the case may be. This is someone who's a normal person just like me.
They're like me.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, it's great because I think if you stick a Bible in a young person's hand, especially if they get a King James version, they're like, what? What does this have to do with me?
Right.
But when you see how those principles apply to everyday life and set in today's world, and you even customize it for maybe a young person that's grown up in a rural Western Kentucky county, you're like, oh, wow. Sometimes the light bulb goes off.
Right.
Can I ask another question?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Do you have like a specific target audience in mind Are they designed for specific, like, parents or for children of a certain age? They're, like, just getting into where they might start making choices. What is the...
Right. Well, we usually, we have a rule that we can't accept really anyone under the age of, like, the 6th grade range. So once you're...
Are you speaking for actors or audience? I guess I was asking about the audience. Okay.
Audience.
Okay, all right, that's good
And
to know.
so basically, it's kind of geared toward youth and up. So it's not really, and whenever I say youth, I do mean, like, getting into the teenage range,
Right.
some preteens.
Yeah.
And so it's really geared towards the students near or in high school.
Gotcha.
Right.
That's good to know.
Because
But
they're getting
with
ready to
that-
make those choices.
Right,
Yeah.
but with that, like I mentioned earlier, a lot of people have already been through that. There's a lot of people who come through who are out of high school, but they still remember and can relate because they were in high school. Everybody's been to high school, so
Yeah.
it's something that they could still relate to. So our target audience is youth. Most groups that come through are youth groups from other churches, or we have
Oh,
a
I
lot
see.
of different groups. Maybe if they're some Job Corps groups or anything like that. And so we have a lot of groups that come in that are younger, but we
Yeah.
also have some older groups, some adults that come through as well.
That's great. And it's absolutely free.
Absolutely free.
Anybody is welcome, but it is helpful if you call ahead, I'm hearing.
Yes.
All right, and
You can
how do I
also-
do that? Give me run dates
Yeah.
and all that again.
Yeah, so once again, it starts this Saturday, the 19th,
Okay.
and it goes to Sunday, the 20th. And so it's in the afternoon and evening. And then it starts again on Wednesday, and that's Wednesday, obviously, after most work hours are over. It starts in the evening again, and then it goes all the way till next Sunday. So I'm not exactly sure what that date is, but I believe it's Sunday the
Last
20
Sunday in October, I'm looking at it, I'm cheating. 28th?
Yes, the 28th. So it goes the 19th and 20th, and then the 24th through the 28th.
And this is
The
at
19th and 20th or
Southside.
the 20th and 21st? I'm sorry. You said Saturday and Sunday?
Oh, yes, sorry.
Maybe the 20th and 21st.
20th and 21st, yes.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure we don't
write
give
it
her-
down.
Yes.
I'm so confused. Okay, so 21st, and then the 24th through the 28th?
Yes, that's right.
All right. And how do I get, if I've never been to Southside Baptist, where do I find that?
Yes. So most people could use their GPS on their phone or anything like that, but it's right off Nichols Street.
Okay.
And so that's on the south part of town. If you know where 91 is, Hopkinsville Road, some people know it as.
Yeah.
And so you could go on Cadiz Road, which is right there, and as soon as you get on Cadiz Road, just past the bridge, you'll see Nichols Street, and you will see the church kind of peering over some of the other buildings.
What
Pretty
time
easy to
does
get
it
to.
start? I'm assuming in the evening?
Yes, on Saturday it starts at 3,
Okay.
and then on Sunday it starts, I believe, at 1 o'clock.
Okay. And do you have a Facebook page or anything? Or
Yes,
just,
we have a
Oh, okay. How do I
Southside
find it?
Baptist Church Facebook
Okay.
page,
Yeah.
but you could go to southsidebaptist.com, and there's a big link that says Judgment House. You could
Okay.
click on that, and you could register completely online.
Oh, that's easy.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah, there you go.
it's an easy thing to do. All you need to know is what day you'd like to be there, what time you'd like to be there, and how many you're going to bring. And so really, really easy to do that. You can see all the available time slots. But if you're going to do it, I would suggest to do it fast because
Yeah.
we're quickly filling up, especially because it's the week of. Everything's getting chaotic.
Yeah.
And we're running out of spots fast.
Cody, thanks for your time. Thanks to all the wonderful youth at Southside that's making this happen and your adult volunteers. And that's good stuff, man.
Yes, thank you.
I appreciate you coming in, and good luck. I hope all your tours, quotation marks, are full.
Yes, thank you
All
very
right.
much.
Thank you very much. Either, Missy, we're getting inspected by the fire department or we're supposed to talk with the fire chief. I'm hoping he's on the interview slate. We'll talk to him
Hope so too.
in just a minute. I don't know. I think I see paperwork and a badge.
Uh-oh.
More coming up on WPKY.
Since 1978, Perry's Floors & More has been selling, installing, and servicing homeowners throughout Western Kentucky with quality